Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm reviewing the Ordinary Coverage Foundation. So this retails for £5.95 for a fluid ounce, which is standard. Now I bought this off Beauty Bay, which you can use a 10% student discount for if you are a student, which brings the price down even further. So this foundation has 21 shades, which is a decent enough shade range until you look at the shades on the website. There are a fair few fair shades. It's mostly fair shades, a few medium shades and like a couple of dark shades. So I think this foundation really needs to expand its shade range in terms of your darker shades and a couple more medium tones maybe, because otherwise this foundation is only going to work for people of a fairer complexion. I picked up the shade 10N Very Fair with neutral undertones because normally I have a neutral undertone. I'm going to insert some swatches here so you can compare the foundation shade to other foundations in my collection. This is the Ordinary Coverage Foundation in Very Fair. This is the Milani 2-in-1 Conceal and Perfect Foundation in Creamy Vanilla. This is the Body Shop Fresh Nude Foundation in Chelsea Porcelain. This is the LA Girl Pro HD Illuminating Foundation in Fair. So now we're going to have a look at the claims. This foundation claims to be a lightweight full coverage foundation with SPF 15 suitable for all skin tones. It's rich and buildable with a cream-like texture that smooths seamlessly over the skin to conceal and disguise fine lines and wrinkles. This foundation does claim to be very full coverage. It says it on the bottle, it says it on the box that it comes in, and that is the kind of selling point for this foundation. So we're going to see how that works. If you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up and do subscribe to my channel before you leave. And if you press that notification bell down at the bottom, you'll be notified every time I upload. So if you want to see how this foundation wears on my dry skin throughout the day, then keep on watching. So I am just going to pop one pump onto my palette. Oh, so it does kind of lock this pump actually, so you could have it in your bag without the box. So if you twist it like that, it locks, so it won't pump. You just have to untwist it and then it will pump again. Oh. So that's about a pump, and I'm going to pop that all over my face. This is fairly thick actually. It's not dripping off my hand, but it's not like Dermacol thick. The shade doesn't look like it's going to be too bad for me. This is supposed to be neutral, but it does look fairly yellow to me. Now I wouldn't necessarily say high full coverage, I would say low full coverage. You can still see some of my imperfections coming through, but I don't mind that at all. So I would say this is kind of a satin finish with the brush, and it's looking really nice actually. It's not looking super natural, but it's not emphasising much my dryness. My dryness has been pretty good at the moment actually. I am going to film a skincare routine just to kind of show you guys how I've fixed a lot of the dryness, so that if you guys have really dry skin, some of these kind of products and tricks may work for you. It does claim to be a full coverage foundation, and I would definitely say it's on the low full coverage side, but it is really beautiful. I feel like it's melted more into my skin. I don't find it clinging anywhere. It has a really nice satin finish which I really like. It's not too dewy, but like I said, it is a touch on the yellow side, and this is supposed to be the one with a neutral undertone. So if you normally go for a yellow undertone, I do think neutral would also work for you. I'm going to do the other side with the sponge. It's nice because it doesn't kind of stick in place, so you have time to blend it out. But with the sponge, it's definitely kind of a light medium coverage. It's not as full at all. I would definitely recommend, if you're going for full coverage, which you would with this foundation as that is the purpose of it, to use a brush. You can always smooth it out with a sponge after. So I'm just going to finish up the rest of my forehead with this brush. Yeah, a brush is definitely what I'm preferring with this foundation. So it settles very slightly into my forehead lines when I scrunch my forehead up. You can kind of see the lines remaining a touch, but it's not too bad. Not too bad at all. So I am just going to pop a little bit more foundation on the sponge side just to even it up a touch. But then I am going to have to blend quite far down my neck and on my ears because the undertone is so yellow. It looks like it's oxidised a shade or two actually since I put it on. Yeah, it's oxidised at least a shade, I would say. So now I look a little bit dark in comparison to my neck, as you can probably see. My God, that is beautiful. I'm really enjoying it. I definitely feel really blurred, and the finish is everything I want. It is gorgeous. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop the rest of my makeup on and I'll be right back. Hi guys, it's about 10:37. I finished my makeup about 10 o'clock, so I'm going to call that the check-in time. I then had to spend part of my time cleaning up a foundation mess that I spilled on a very liquidy foundation that went all over my makeup bag. But we're back. We are back. So this foundation I did have to set with the powder on my cheeks. I had left it 10 minutes, but it was still slightly tacky. It's full coverage. It's what I like. I am really happy with it. And I think it looks really smooth. My forehead lines aren't too bad. It has settled a little, but it's not too obvious. And I think once you kind of blend it out with a sponge and it sets, I don't think there's going to be that much of a problem with it. So on the rest of my face, I used the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in 05. I used the Barry M Ready Set Smooth powder to bake my under eyes and on my cheeks. For my blush, I took this shade from the Revolution Sugar and Spice blush palette. On my eyes, I took this colour from the Soph Highlighter palette, and for my highlight, I used this colour here. For my contour, I used a combination of the e.l.f. eyebrow kit in Light and this Makeup Geek contour pan in Infidelity. On my lips is the NYX Soft Matte Metallic Lip Cream in Dubai. For mascara, I used the Origins Ginseng Brightening Mascara. And to set my face, I used MAC Fix Plus. Now we're going to see how the foundation wears throughout the day. So we're kind of up a bit more close and personal for this check-in so that you can really see my skin. It's now 3:15, which means I've had this foundation on for almost 5 hours now. And I'm kind of liking it. It's holding my makeup rather well. My makeup's looking a bit patchy today, like my contour went on quite patchy with it. But otherwise, I'm not minding it. It's actually holding my makeup, which I like. I think the fact that the contour's patchy is usually contour rather than foundation. It has settled quite a bit into my lines, so I think maybe I need to be focused on keeping that blended out until it sets down. But otherwise, I'm really enjoying it. It looks makeup-y, I'll say that. It doesn't look very natural. On my dry skin though, it's not showing any dryness. I haven't got any dryness coming through on my forehead, which I'm really liking. But I'm enjoying it. If I want to look like I'm wearing makeup, this I think would work really well. If I want to go a bit more natural, then I'd probably use something like Estee Lauder Double Wear or maybe the Bobbi Brown foundation. But otherwise, this is looking really nice, and I'm really hoping it lasts up until the 10-hour point. Hi guys, it's about 9:30, which means that I've been wearing the foundation for about 11 hours now. And to be honest, it's starting to kind of almost like break down on my skin. It's worn off here and here, but it's starting to look almost like a bit patchy and rough. It was looking good up until the 8-hour point actually. But now it's just not looking so good. Like all of my product has gone. It's just not looking the best. It doesn't hold up past the 10-hour point. So if you're looking for a foundation for this, this isn't one I would recommend. This also hasn't oxidised further actually, but it is still too dark. It oxidises upon first application, which is a problem. But yeah, so if you like my videos, then please give this a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel before you leave. And if you press that notification bell, you'll be notified every time I upload. Thank you for watching.